Testing, testing, testing. Mic test. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Mic test. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing. Okay, let's see. Well, okay, let's see. Well, I'm back. I'm. Tell me you're getting my audio now. Are we good? Audio? Loud and clear? Good. Thank you. You see, this is to show you that the PNC apparatus is at work. They are busy. I'm telling you, they are busy. They are busy. Somebody, somehow, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. This is no bullshitting. This is no joke. I want you to understand something. Nobody went on my laptop. Okay? My last live stream was Saturday. Between Saturday and now, the laptop was not, because I have another laptop. If I have to do anything technical, I will avoid this one because this one is very expensive. So I use the other one. And there is a code on this laptop. Nobody went on the laptop. The only way you can access this laptop is you have to be a hacker. You got to hack into the laptop and turn off a few of their permissions. So all the other programs in the laptop could access my mic. But YouTube, how funny is that? The time I switched off just now and I ran, I have my technical guy close by on I can message him quick. And showed me what to do. So when I checked it, I thought, why would I turn off the access to my mic on YouTube Live? Because while I was busy there just now, I'm checking, I'm seeing, this is why I lingered. Because I'm testing the mic on other programs and it is working. But on YouTube, it's not. I can't access it. There's nothing. There's no. So when I go into the settings, and I thought, what the fuck? Who the hell turned off mic permission for YouTube Live or YouTube for my mic? And all the other programs have access to the mic, but YouTube. The only explanation here is somebody hacked my laptop somehow. They can do it online. And they're turned off because there's nothing else they can see. I mean, nothing else. There's no sex tape. There's no kinky pictures, naughty pictures with me, and none of that stuff. So they can't get that kind of stuff. If they're looking for that, they can't get that. So they decided that, you know what, let me fuck with him here. Turn off the access. So when he goes live, nobody will hear him, and they'll get frustrated and they will go. You lost, PNC. You fucking lost. The same thing they did and got me shut down on Facebook. They hacked my Facebook account so many times. Hacked the Facebook account. So when I thought I did something wrong and Facebook suspended me, it was hackers who hacked into my account and deleted it. I mean, when you what do you call it, delete your account from Facebook, you have 30 days before it's permanently deleted. That's what they did the first time. I reached out, and then they guide me as to what to do. Then it's restored. Then a second time, then a third time, and I said, fuck it, that's it, I'm done. So I'm seeing like they're messing now with YouTube. So I have to now invest to get a firewall, more security, more protection. I feel good. I feel good. Na 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 na. I know that I would. Na 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 na. I feel good. Na 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 na. The PNC hackers are targeting me. Am I that powerful? Because you think I'm vulnerable, that I don't have all the technical people, and I'm always complaining about I don't have the engineers here and there, and we can get to him. Yeah, well, you did. You switched off my mic. You switched my mic off. Thank you for giving me the inspiration to make Guyana. No, let me say it this way. Thank you for giving me the inspiration to help to join in the Red Tsunami, to join in the Cherry Carnival. Yeah, Cherry Carnival. Cherry Bacchanal. Cherry Bacchanal. Now, onward, Cherry, we go, marching with President Ali to September 1st. Victory, here we come. You lunatics in the PNC, you want to hack my stuff? Good, go ahead. All you're doing, you are empowering me. You're giving me the inspiration to, like, you know what, that's it. Stand strong with Ali. I pledge myself to honor always the flag of the PPP and to dedicate myself to Prince Ali and the presidency. Thank you, PNC, for hacking and trying to disturb my work. Bravo. I thought you guys are dumb, but I see that you're stupid. I thought you were dumb, but I see you are stupid. Oh, yes. We invest in idiots. We invest in idiots. Who are the idiots? Azruddin Muhammad, the prince of idiots, the king of the ghetto. Aubrey Norton, idiot. Wayne Caesar, idiot. Mark Lynchcop, ex-convict, idiot. Out of respect, I'll call her by her right name. Melissa Atwell, aka Melly Mel, Idiot. Who else is there? Oglisha, David Hines, Nigel Hughes. You might be a lawyer, but you're a fucking idiot. Who else is there? There are not many. I mean, seriously. They should have had their campaign coming out. Oh, that slipped. That slipped. I'm serious. I promise you. I didn't meant to say that. I did not meant to say that. Coming out. I wasn't going to say that, I promise you. I am not that outspoken. I was not going to say that. I promise you. The PNC introduction campaign, you know what? Fuck it. PNC coming out to the closet campaign rally. You guys should have had it in one of the clubs in Georgetown, not Georgetown, Buxton. One of those clubs that you can house like 25 people. You should have had it there. Have your campaign rally at a club in Buxton. That's it. You disturbed the traffic. You disturbed people's lives. You disturbed the whole day. Coffee Square is a place where people want to go and chill, walk their dogs, sit down and try to get close to the girl, make up with their spouse when they fight and cuss. Honey, let's go to Coffee Square and talk this out. You disturbed people from that recreational facility. You had police officers come out. They could have been at their base. They could have been at their base playing dominoes, watching television, or streaming my stuff on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. They could have been doing that. You hyped them up. Spread all your propaganda that the PNP is after you. You wanted the military to come out to give protection. You took those people out of their jobs. The police officers are there to stop crime from the ghettos that you serve. You brought them out. For what? To protect 10 people. You took the whole of Coffee Square, the entire area, you barricade, you blocked it off. I was expecting at least 1,000 people. At least I was expecting that. I'll give you that much. I mean, seriously, the money that Muhammad gave you, you can't afford to pay 1,000 thugs. I mean, come on. Even if you pay 1,000 thugs, Muhammad still have a lot of money from the taxes he robbed. You messed up the whole place for less than 1,000 people. You could have hired a building, hold a nice party. Obi is busy. Hold a nice party, make some pepper pot and some cook-up rice and some fried plantain, and just encourage, call the ghetto. No, not to me. Call, that's Aubrey there. Call the ghetto. Call the ghetto. Play some Vibes Cartel. Oh, you did. You played the Vibes Cartel music. You stupid idiot. You play the Vibes Cartel music. You want to hack my life. Imagine that. Imagine that. I'm a threat to you. Nobody knows me. I'm just Dr. Love Prasad. I am popular amongst the PPP. The Negroes don't know me. They hate me, but they don't know me. So what are you worried about? You think bench cops followers are going to follow me? No, they wouldn't. Because they don't want me talking the truth about their heroes. Okay? And Horos. I meant Shiros. Sometimes I misspeak. I'm so smart that sometimes my brain and my mouth has a race to see who can get the word out first. And sometimes if I say, before I say Shiro, I will say Horos. You might think it sound something else, but it's not that. I really meant Shiros, not okay. I get it. You throw me off track. I had no intentions to talk about the Shiros today. I wanted to bask. I wanted to bask in the ambience of the red tsunami. I wanted to soak myself in the watchful vision and the sweet narration of the beautiful flow. I mean, the long streak of love, of Cupid, of Valentineness that spread all the way down to Kitty. For I've had a dream, and we will all get there together. That Indian man and black man and Indian woman and black woman and Amerindian and Chinese and white and Europeans and all races in Guyana, I have a dream that all of us will get there eventually. And on that day, we shall overcome the demons of the PNC and we shall vote in our numbers on September 1st so that together we walk to our election location where we can put our votes and we vote on the cup. It's a cup. Don't get it twisted. I just put it in something special. Nice, you know? It's a cup. Yeah. To sign all the checks after Ali wins again. All the checks that the PNC, the PPP will be giving out, I'll help to sign them. I mean grants. You know? Like 150,000 instead of 100,000. Where was I? And on that September 1st, in another month from now, we shall overcome, we shall rise to the occasion. And then on the end of that day, we shall sit together and we shall hear, free at last, free at last. Guyana is free at last because we from the PPP and Prince Ali, we have 40-seat majority in the parliament. And together we shall celebrate drinking water. Water. We don't drink rum. Look at anybody in the PPP and see if any one of them resemble Aubrey Norton. Aubrey Norton drinks rum. We don't drink rum. When we are thirsty, we drink water. Water. Not rum. So you know. We drink water. So, what was I going to talk about today? The secret plan. I have two secrets to reveal today. Two. The secret plan of the opposition and the secret plan of now Prince Ali. Yeah, Prince Ali. Let's call him that. Let's leave the President Ali for when he's sworn in again. Don't let's spoil it, you know. We're going to spoil it. We can't afford to spoil it. President Ali, President Ali. We know the man is the president. Let's leave it for now. On September 2nd, we shall say President Ali or President-elect Prince Ali. And when he is sworn in his second term, we can lose the prince and then say President Ali again. But for now, Prince Ali. The secrets that Prince Ali has for Guyanese. Oh, yes. That's not in the manifesto. You're going to hear it here first. Yep. And even if you ask him about it, he'll deny. But after he becomes president, you will say, oh, Dr. Love Prasad was correct. I'm always correct. Unless you screw the plan up, I am correct. Okay? So let's deal with let's deal with the PNC nonsense. Okay? My compliments to all the Jaganites who showed up yesterday in their thousands. My compliment to you. I always say when I'm talking about Negroes, I'm not referring to the PPP Negroes. I'm not referring to you. You are the blessed, the beautiful, and the righteous in Guyana. The Negroes, the Afro-Guyanese who are with the PPP. My hat's off to you. I have the utmost respect for you. I know some of you, and I understand why you stand with the PPP. I understand that you're not politically inclined, but you want to make sure that you show solidarity with the best dream Guyana has ever dreamt, and that is the PPP. So I respect you for that. But those who have the platform, those Guyanese, Afro-Guyanese who have the platform, I call upon you to, whenever it is appropriate and convenient for you, to condemn the criminals. They are not your brothers. They are not your relatives. You don't have to cover their sins. Condemn them. That's all I'm asking you to do. Condemn them. Call them out for what they are. It is good that you come out in your numbers and you stand behind value, prosperity. That's very ambitious of you, and you have my respect. I love ambitious people. Yes. The people in the PPP that walks with the PPP, you will think they're all rich people. The way they carry themselves. Poverty is not an option for them. It's not a word in their vocabulary. No. They are disgusted by the idea that the PNC keeps peddling and pushing that Guyana has a large percentage of poor people. PNC has a large percentage of poor people because the PNC's program, since the days of their demon king, is not just to divide and conquer, but to punish, to control. Barnum's policy was, you keep them poor, you control them easier. Separate the blacks from everybody else, give everybody else nothing, let them fight and scramble for a measly delicacy, but the blacks, you treat all of them as servants, indentured servants. Give them enough so they make it through to another day. And the PNC has continued that policy, that program of Burnham to now, to this day. So at the end of the road, At the end of the day, they don't want you anywhere close to a status of a middle class or even a working class. PNC don't want you to have jobs because having jobs is a prospect of prosperity. You are on the road to self-fulfillment. Self-fulfillment means you're not taking bullshit from nobody because you are providing for yourself. You are now independent and financially secure. PNC don't want that. They want their constituents to remain stupid, dumb, and poor. Hence, they have a job to do. But more of the Afro-Guyanese are waking up. It takes so long for obeah and witchcraft to continue. You see, a lot of the Afro-Guyanese, their parents were under the Barnum spell. Their grandparents were. They died and they're gone. And as the grandparents are gone, the parents are fighting to relieve themselves of that burden of responsibility that they're supposed to be loyal to the PNC. They don't know why. They have no idea why they should be supporting or voting for the PNC. They don't know. They do it because growing up, they heard stuff from their grandparents that Barnum was a man for the people, and Barnum wanted the best for the Negroes, and Barnum this and Barnum that. So being emotionally attached to their grandparents, the sentiment of that attachment caused them to, by default, just vote for the PNC. That's it. And this is what they say. It doesn't matter who is in power. You still have to work. You still have to this. Yes, you should. But you need to understand that politics comes with policies. Policy is another word for policing. Politics is about polls, numbers. The policies of the politicians is what you have to be careful about. Because the policies can do two things: imprison you or liberate you. Two things policies can do: imprison you or liberate you or free you. The Barnum system, because of the fact that the PNC, since the time, only had 30% of the voting population, and the PPP under Chetty had 70%, with the help of the British and the Americans, because they feared Chetty Jagan, they showed Barnum how to rig. They taught him the secrets of rigging, and he rigged the hell out of the Guyanese democracy. Until imagine that, a demographic that Barnum racialized, separated, divided from their brothers, the Indian brothers and sisters, by the weapon of racism and all these kinds of political division talk from Barnum, from a 30% to always 77% of the votes. Every election, Barnum faced. Imagine that. Not even 35%, 77 plus. And how did he keep that control? By brutalizing the people who didn't look like him. The Indians were always a threat because the Indians were always the majority. Barnum's policy and the PNC policy was, since then, reduce the Indian population by two means: death, migration. Run them out of the country or massacre them. They did both. They did both. But what happened? While you had hundreds of thousands of Indians forced out, ran out of Guyana, of their motherland, you had thousands who were killed over the period of the PNC time. Thousands. But the beautiful thing was the Indians keep multiplying fast. They kept multiplying fast. So those who were left behind, who could not have left because of whatever reason, they multiplied the fuck out of the community. So they always managed to maintain a large majority in terms of racial ethnicity or group. Always. Because while the blacks were busy getting abortion and all those kinds of stuff, the Indians understood the value of life. Bring in the babies, populate the community, build the country, get more human capital. Throughout the history of Guyana. So that was always a fear that a PNC can never legitimately, in a free and fair election, never win an election. They never, grab this, understand this. The PNC has never fairly won an election in Guyana. They never. If the Americans and the British did not interfere, Guyana would never have had possibly a black president. Never. They bullied their way into becoming president, prime minister, then made himself executive president. Bully. By what? Fear, murder, massacre, looting, stealing, kick down bandits, all these kinds of stuff. That was the weapon Barnum used, the PNC used. Against who? Those Indians and the good, great black people in Guyana. Walter Rodney suffered, and many others like him. They suffered death because of that. So what you saw yesterday, it was a long time coming. A long time coming. Guyanese were always with the PPP. Blacks and Indians, always. But the fear, the threats is what kept them at home. And they only come out on elections day. Some of them don't. So as a result of that, you find that in a lot of cases, it was near to impossible. It was near to impossible for that to happen because of the fear. But thanks to the past 5 years, the past glorious years in Guyana's history, and I was right, the best president to date, along with the greatest politician to date, happening in our time. This is the greatest time to be alive and to be a Guyanese. Now is the greatest time because you are here to witness history every day in the making. the greatest president to date. In 5 years, united the entire fucking CARICOM, except Venezuela. President Ali brought the whole of CARICOM together. The first time in the history of the founding and establishment of CARICOM. One man, President Ali, for the first time from the time of Chetty and the first period of Barajaglio, President Ali, despite all the evil against him, there's so many voices, left, right, above and below, that are targeting the destruction of the PPP and the presidency of President Ali. Despite all of that, the universe keeps rising people up to say, hey, stand with this government, stand with this president. Let us together bring out the master in him. And we have brought out the prince. For the prince did what prince usually do, brought the country together. One people, one nation, and the destiny is September 1st. We are the champions. September 1st, the PPP. Again, Ali, again. That's what the prince does. Unite the kingdom. And yesterday you saw, the world saw. The world saw. Not a communist state, not an apartheid state, a democratic country, a democratically elected president who almost lost his chance of being president if he wasn't firm and stood up to the bullies in the PNC. He stood up to an army general, Granger, this Muslim kid who don't even know how to fire a gun, whose play days was riding a bicycle, who never fought, can't even bat. I don't even know if he could swim. That kid whose strongest weapon is his mouth. He talks a lot. He likes to bluff with his mouth. But he's not a fighter. Imagine. They thought they could bully that Indian kid. You know, they always do that, right? PNC is just bullies. That's what they are. That's what they are. They're just bullies. That's it. They thought they could bully him. And this Muslim kid, who is sometimes Christian and Hindu, he's everything. He stood up to the mighty Granger, head of the army, former head of the army, Brigadier Granger, serious man, military man. He stood up and said, hey, this is 2020. This isn't 1950 or 60. This is 2020. You understand? You lost the elections, step aside. Step aside. What did your Bible say, Granger? And the children shall lead them. Bye, Grandpa. I'm your grandson. I'm the kid that will lead you. Step the fuck aside. You ain't bullying me. I would hit the whole man, you know. I would hit an old man. Because right now, you're not behaving like an older folk. You want to bully me. So if you want to bully me, we a politician, I'll hit the black out of you. Step the fuck aside. That Indian kid had to stand up to a military might. You think that lunatic Maduro made Ali afraid? You think that loser in Venezuela, that lunatic, that insecure imbecile, you think he was afraid of Ali? That's why Ali said at the place where they went to have this thing, shook his hand and said, hey, what the fuck are you doing, man? You think I'm afraid of you? I stood up to Granger. I sent Granger home. Who are you? Granger was the military man. He was the head of the army. The head of the army, and I, Ali, sent him home, packing. You think you could bully me, Maduro? Go count some chicken in Venezuela and make sure the eggs hatch first. Don't count them before the eggs are hatched. You understand, Maduro? And what Maduro says, I'll teach you a lesson. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo está? I'll teach you a lesson. I have a guy there. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, Ali. You're playing, you're the man. I'm going to show you. I have a guy there. Yeah, wait, you'll see. I have a guy there. Now we see who the guy is. So yesterday is about showing the world what the prince did. He brought whoever could come out, came out. They're like, the Guyanese people said, listen, man, that cash grant that you give us is not for us to pay transportation to come here. We have money. We can take a taxi. We can hire a bus. We have our own transportation, President Ali. We can pay our way to come to the rally because we want to be there. We want to be there. That cash grant is in savings. We are working, right? You provide all these jobs for us. All Guyana, PNC people are not a part of Guyana. So when I'm talking about all Guyana, I'm not referring to them because they don't have jobs. They don't want the jobs. All Guyana is working. And they can afford to go to the president's carnival. Yesterday, it was beautiful. It was amazing. And what blew me away is the fact that they sang songs that were made by Guyanese artists. Guyanese artists, Guyanese songs, music was played there. Look at the difference. It's common sense, isn't it? Who you rather stand by? Let's be real here. Let's talk for a moment. Let's have conversation for a moment. Yeah, the conversation is here. Are you going to support the black man who got support from his own people and he became rich and famous, and then he took a wife from China, a Chinese woman, then brought her back into the ghetto and walked the street with her and ni hao? Or you're going to support the Indian guy who grew up in your neighborhood, who came to your house and say, grandmother, can I help? Do you have anything to buy at the shop? Can I go buy it for you? And she says, okay, Irfan, can you buy me two kilos of sugar? Okay, grandma. And he goes and he buys the sugar. And grandma, he comes back and grandma says, look at 25 cents. And he says, oh, thank you, grandma. I'll buy a sweetie with this. And that little child, Irfan, grew up, became famous, and went back to the same village where grandma lived. She passed on. And the same little girl that lived next to grandma that he used to look at, as a matter of fact, the little girl was the reason why Irfan went to help grandma buy something at a shop, so he can see the little girl and say hi. He became famous and he went back to that village, to the girl's house. And he's like, knock, knock. Yeah, who's that? Mommy, I don't know. There's a guy with a big car outside. And isn't that the guy from the parliament? The guy who likes to fight with those people? Oh yeah, mother, that is Irfan. That is Irfan. But what is he doing here? Mother, did you forget that Irfan used to buy bread for grandma next door? Oh, that's Irfan. Yes. But what is he doing here? Mother, I don't know. You don't know? No, I don't know. But he's in front of our house. Mother, I don't know why. I'm going to find out. Mother, but you don't. I said I'm going to find out. So mother went out, and Irfan says, hello, Miss, okay, Prasad. Let me say Prasad. Okay, Prasad, so what? Hello, Miss Prasad. Do you remember me? I used to buy for... Yes, of course. Who doesn't know Irfan? Yes. What are you doing here, Irfan? Aren't you a member of parliament? Yes. Can I talk to Lalita? Which Lalita? Your daughter. You want to talk to my daughter, Lalita? Is it okay, mother? Can I talk to... I just want to give her a message. You came all the way here to talk to Lalita. Yes, mother. I used to help grandma, and I always looked at your daughter, and I think I just want to say hi to her. This is the first time you're saying hi to Lalita. Mother, I don't want to lie to you. I'll tell you the truth. I'm in love with Lalita, and I came here to ask for her hand in marriage. So you're telling me that you and Lalita are in conversation? That you talk to each other? Yes, mother. Lalita, come here. Come here. Call your father. Why? I said call your father. Come here. Mother, I don't want to... Irfan, shut up. Come here, Lalita. So Lalita came. Yes, mother. Her head is down. Is this true? What Irfan is telling me here? I don't know what he told you, mother. I don't know. He said the two of you are talking, and he came here to ask for your hand in marriage. He did? Yes. Did you know he had planned to do that? No, mother. Where's your father? He's sleeping. Did you guys kiss? No, mother. Don't lie to me now. Don't lie to me. Because I will go myself and wake your father up. Don't lie to me now. Okay, mother, we kissed one time. You're telling me you met Irfan, you kissed, and I don't know about that. Mother, it's just a kiss. You're still a virgin? Yes, mother. We're going to the doctor tomorrow and I'm going to check to see if you're a virgin. Mother, she's a virgin, mother. She's a virgin. We never did anything. This is why I came to ask for her hand in marriage. Mother, please, can you give me a chance? I promise you, I'm going to marry her first before anything else. What anything else, Irfan? What anything else? Before we make babies. Now, which do you prefer? The idiot that took a woman from China, or the guy who came back to the neighborhood and married a virgin that he always eyed since he's a kid? Which? Good. Exactly. Irfan. Because in everything Irfan does, it's Guyana first. Guyana first. Everything he does, all the policies, everything is Guyana first. Everything that PNC does is foreigners. Everything is about the foreigners. Look at the time PNC occupied the seat in government, 2015, 2020. Look at their records. Look at the records. They are constantly out of the country. Constantly out of the country. They took all the money back from the taxpayers so it can finance their programs out of the country. All their side chicks lived in Suriname, Barbados, Trinidad, America. All their side chicks. They're taking the money from the country out of the country. Irfan Ali and the PPP, it's about Guyana. One Guyana. Look at yesterday. What else do you want to see? What else do you want to see? What else? Everything on that stage, everything on that stage speaks Guyanese. Everything. If I was on the stage, I'll sound like the foreigner. They would say, where the fuck did he come from? I mean, I would sound odd. I'll be a square peg trying to fit in a round hole. But everybody else there were 100% Guyanese, and that's what you need from your government. This is why Guyana is onward going. This is why the country is rallying around the PPP because of the Prince Ali. This is why. Look around you. Let's get to the secret. We jump to that now. You know that President Ali is a man that likes to give surprises. Surprises. Let me tell you what I know that he don't want you to know yet. Because you see, the PNC and the others will say that he's trying to bribe you to vote for you. But throughout the public speeches, throughout the programs and the places that Ali has been, the things that he had said were consistent with what they have said in the manifesto. But even within the execution of the manifesto programs, President Ali and his government has done lots more that had nothing to do with the manifesto. Lots and lots and lots more. You know. Now, based on inside information, yeah. Secret number one. Ready now? Secret number one. All the people who graduate from the university with a degree, I mean from now, not who did already, in the future, upon graduation, you will receive a check. And I think it's more than 100,000. I think it's more than that. Upon the completion of your course, when you are on the graduating stage to receive your degree, with your degree, you'll be having a check to go cash. He plans to pay people to finish their degrees. Are you kidding me? Here I am trying to use my platform to talk him out of giving too much money away. And he's planning to pay everybody who will graduate with their degree, give them money. That's one. Now, it might be a secret to a lot of you, but then some of you may already know this. But it's not talked about on the campaign trail. Because then again, the opposition is going to use it and say, you see, he's using the oil money to bribe the people again. No, it's not bribery. It's what fathers do to their children to encourage them. Every time a child does good in school, the parents give them an incentive. Wow, that's good. You got an A. Congratulations. Hold $100. So the child now is like, huh? If I get $100 for an A, I wonder if I get an A plus, what I'll get. So it gives them that inspiration to keep going, keep climbing, keep climbing. And that's what Ali wants to do. Push the Guyanese people to compete, to go higher and higher and higher. I heard that those who complete their PhD might get 400,000. Their PhD, 400,000. Upon that degree, they get there. I should get mine. But it's not past. It's talk, but but I get it. Okay. That's one. The second thing is, the other secret I heard is that there is a housing scheme that the government that they're busy with. I can't say where, because I haven't gotten that information yet. But there's a housing scheme, but it's somewhere in the East Coast or the East Bank, somewhere there. I think they're building maybe 20,000 houses or something like that. But these houses that the government that they're building, President Ali plans in his second term to donate these houses to families with more than 5 people. If you are a family unit, husband, wife, 3 kids or 4 kids, a family unit with more than 5 minors, the president plans to give the houses to those families. I'm not talking they're buying it and then they pay every month the government. No. I'm talking donate to those families. More than 5 household. Well, that should be a secret. Because if you talk about that, there'd be chaos. You are talking about you overwhelming the maternity system in the hospital. Women are going to tell their husbands, hey, put 2 here. Fucking twins. I can't wait 10 years for 5 kids. I need a triplet, quadruplet. So make sure you hit it all night. Come in this pussy. I need a twin or a triplet. So he can't talk about these things. He can't say these things because saying those stuff is going to make people want to not wait the term. If they have one kid now, they're thinking, what? A house? Free? We don't have to pay anything? 5? Honey, we have a 9-month-old here. We got like 4 more to go. But baby, you just got pregnant. So what? We can take it easy. Just make sure you put a twin here the next time. Then in another 9 months, we have 3. I'll rest for a year. Then hit it up again. Another twin. We got 5. There you go. You get the house. I can't share everything on one show. The free house for families over 5 kids and money upon your graduation from the university. That's a degree. Those are 2 of the secrets that came to my attention. Confirmed secrets that the president don't really want to come out right now. Don't worry, the opposition is going to run with it. Where is he going to get the money to sustain this? You see, it's corruption. It's a way for them to steal government money to say we're giving houses to families. Yeah, that's why the man didn't want to say anything. When he is reelected, then you will hear about it. And he will say the government's policy, we have worked it out. And this is what the government will do. If you have a family of more than 5 people, you come register. We do our investigation. And if you are eligible, you have a house. Free of cost. No payments. You could do whatever you want with the house, but not to sell it. It must pass down to your children. Secrets out the bag. I'm sorry, Mr. President, but I had to say. Then don't tell your people. Because when you discuss these things with your people, they'll find people like me to gossip with. Because they know I like to talk, and I'll talk about it. Now let's get to the PNC secret. We invest in idiots. Win. We invest in losers. Do you know, and I'm sure that a lot of you know this, those pictures that you saw circulating, they're not real. Okay? They're not real. All you have to do is to reverse search. Take the picture and do a reverse search, reverse, what do they call it? And you will see the original picture of that picture. Oh, okay, they photoshopped it. Yeah, they did. It's photoshopped. They chrome it out and they paste. It's a simple process. You can do that in Photoshop. You can do it in UCam. You can do it with, it's a simple process. You don't need to be a genius to do that. That's why they darken it. They darkened the picture so you wouldn't see the edges. And that was done by the Mohammed scam. If you say it fast, it sounds like scamp. That's how close they are to corruption. Anything you want to say, even if you have no intentions to say something bad, it comes out. Because good words can't be associated with those kinds. The Mohammed's scamp, edited those pictures and give it to their friends and say, hey, leak it. What does it do? People like a good gossip, right? People like a sweet gossip. Those pictures are not criminal in any way. Those pictures are not anything to that will get him in trouble. Of course not. Not even with his wife. You think she wants to divorce a billionaire because he holds some girl's pussy? She got to be that. She's not that stupid. But the pictures are not real. Okay? Those Brazilian or whatever women, they're all over the internet. You can just get them and select them, cut them out, and all over. It's not, it didn't happen. The guy is a loser. Okay? The man can't even talk to a thug. You think he has what it takes to talk to those kinds of women? Even if you have money, you have to approach them. You have to know how to approach them. He can't go saying, hey, bitch, look here, look here. No. So it's not true. That is not it's not a real thing. It's a fake picture. They're all fake. But it did get him attention. That's what he was looking for. He got a lot of attention from that. For the nomination day. That is what this was about. Bring attention to him so that nomination day, most of the public and the news media would be focused on him to see what his reactions might be in wake of all of these so-called sex pics circulating on social media. He got the attention. And at some point, he might get attention to address it and say it's the PPP trying to shame me, the PPP trying to stain my character, the PPP this and the PPP that. Did you see what happened at the PPP rally? You saw that, right? You saw what happened yesterday at the launch party for the PPP. Tell me who on that stage. President Ali has brought an entire multi-ethnic, multicultural nation together under one banner, one Guyana banner. What does he has to gain by instructing his officers to find some way of creating some fake sex pics with Muhammad and get it out there? To achieve what? You are just consolidating the idea that you are afraid of this Muhammad guy, that he's a threat. And after what you saw in Kitty, where is the threat? Who is the threat to Ali? There is none. No one. Those pictures came out of Muhammad himself. And they did a terrible job at faking it. You mean the PNC has hackers that can hack my laptop and they don't have genius who can do a good, clean Photoshop? What happened to the money, Muhammad? The billionaire money. What happened to it? The bank didn't freeze your account. You still have cash to fling around. You couldn't pay somebody to do a better job. Shame on you. And there I go, initially saying, yeah, look at the billionaire. This is what they do with their money. No. You are a billionaire on paper, but not in reality. Not in reality. So, since I've said that, and you understand that the pictures are fake, they're not real, dismiss it. Don't comment on it. Don't share it. It's fake. They want attention. And you sharing it is giving them more attention. Don't underestimate negative publicity. You see where it got Donald Trump? You see how much the Democrats tried. And the Democrats in America, they control most 80% of social media platform, mainstream media. The Democrats control it. And they pull all their stunts out to bring all the stain they can find. And what did it do? It made Donald Trump more famous. Be careful that if you are in the PPP camp, that you don't subscribe to these negative publicity for Azruddin. You don't share the videos, don't comment on the videos, because you are making him trend. And by him trending, Ali wouldn't trend, Jagdeo wouldn't trend, PPP candidates would not trend. So people will go into the voting polls with Muhammad on their mind. And instead of putting their X on the cup, they're going to put their X on we invest in idiots. So you have to make sure the Muhammad drive dies. Bury it. Don't click on it. Don't share it. There's nothing interesting about it. Share the Jaganite saga. Share the crusade for Muhammad. I mean, that is Ali. His name is Muhammad, right? Muhammad Irfan Ali. Don't get it twisted. That is what you need to do. And while I've said before, and a lot of you already know this, Azruddin Muhammad is working with and for the PNC reform. Not APNU, PNC reform. He's working for them and with them. They are targeting the stupid Indians who have an axe to grind with Jagdeo. Not Ali, Jagdeo. Those Indians Muhammad is targeting because the PNC want them. So when those Indians go out and they vote for that loser, he crosses over to the PNC. And when they join their votes together, the deal, and this is authentic, believe this, that woman, that Amerindian woman that they're taunting about, pushing and saying she's a vice presidential or prime ministerial candidate, it's a lie. They're doing what they do best, lie. The person who will take that position is Azruddin Muhammad. That's the deal they made. If he can pull votes, Indian votes from the PPP, and prevent the black votes from going to the PPP, Aubrey Norton would be the king, and Azruddin the king's jackass. That's the deal. So you, the Guyanese, need to be alert and focused. You're voting for Prince Ali and the red movement. The red represents love. Love is life. The blood of Guyana is the PPP. Literally, that blood was spilt on Guyana's ground for the good of the country. Never forget what happened on the Bornum. Jim Jones happened on the Bornum. Jim Jones. The massacre didn't end with when he killed those people, those black people. It continued with Jim Jones. Don't forget what happened. All the murderous thing, all the killings and the bloodshed happened on the Bornum and the PPP, a PNC. Never forget. So don't have history repeat itself. You want a sanctioned man that can make the whole country be sanctioned? You want to be like Venezuela and Haiti and those other places where the leaders are sanctioned? That's what you want? Then let Azruddin and Aubrey Norton and Nigel Hughes and David Hines, let them do what they do best. go into a camp somewhere at the back of All Boys Town at midnight, where those cheap prostitutes are, let them go and congregate there and buy some cheap rum, because he says he's a billionaire, but he drinks rum. He drinks rum. He was high on alcohol the other day, fucking drunk. No black label can do that to you. No red wine can do that to you. That is rum. That is what they call it. XM. Is it? Rum, yeah. I don't know. Okay, rum, yes. That's rum. And cheap weed. He was fucked up. Standing there all, yeah, we do this for Guyana and the oil money belongs to you. What he's trying to get to the close to the oil money so he can pay off his taxes with that. You are a billionaire. A billionaire doesn't mean you have 1 billion. You cannot consider yourself a billionaire in Guyana dollars. When you are a billionaire, you're looking at American dollars or pounds or the euro. If you are a billionaire according to American standards, what is 400 million Guyana dollars? That's a joke for a billionaire. You can pay that off with ease. And the Guyanese will trust you to say, hey, you know what? He made a mistake. He's a criminal, but he made a mistake. Let's give him a chance so he can, clean his business up. Not to be in parliament, but clean his business up. You're a billionaire, you can't pay 400 million. $1 billion American dollars is how much? Look how much money that is. And you are a billionaire. You have hundreds of billions. And you can't pay 400 million? You're a lunatic. You're a liar. Fucking billionaire. That's why you steal. Because you have to maintain the presence. You have to maintain the impression. You have to keep up that image. And to keep that image up, you need income. And the income that you're having from your small businesses can't sustain that. So you have to go all the back doors and the gangsters and the Russians and the Venezuelans and all these people to get some illegal money to maintain that image. But look at what the PPP is doing. Maybe I should say APNU, because I'm making mistakes when I go to say PNC. I'm saying PPP and okay, APNU. In this sense, I'll APNU, yes. Look at what the PPP are doing. The PPP are working and they get a salary. They work, they get a salary. PNC people, they don't work, but they get a salary. From who? The elite party. The party where they only cater for the elite in the PNC. Keep everybody else in the PNC dumb, poor, and black. And they're good. They're good. That's what they want. Don't touch this crowd. But when you vote for Azradin, Afro-Guyanese from the PNC, you are voting for Aubrey Norton's replacement. Azradin Mohammed will be the new PNC leader. Fuck win. That's just a sham to... We invest in PNC. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, we stand together to deliver the biggest victory in the history of Guyana's politics. Yesterday was the starting of a new history. Throughout this period, until September 1st, just over a month and a half, every page on social media, every TikTok account, YouTube, should be redified. Jaganites, Prince Ali, only the PPPC. Whatever you post, PPP. Whatever you comment, PPP. PPP must be the one to trend all the time. Fuck the others. You don't need their crowd. You need to keep it home. Keep it home. Date PPP, marry PPP, eat PPP, sing PPP, love PPP, dance PPP. Everything you do must be PPPC from now. This is Dr. Love Prasad saying, until next time. So PNC, don't hack me again. I'll check my mics and make sure that you don't change the permission on the next live. But until then, I promise to read your messages soon. But if you're celebrating a birth anniversary, congratulations to you. If somebody died for you, you have my condolences. And have a good day, a good night. Sleep well. And I'll see you again next time.